The truck means a lot to me for a couple reasons. One, it was my first truck. Like that was, I'd had cars before, but that was my first truck. And I actually drove back and forth from Texas to Nashville when I was living in Texas right before I got my record deal and that thing. And I think at the time, about all I ever changed in it was the oil, and I put a new radiator in it. And I think the tires were almost bald rubber completely by the time I got done with it. But I mean, that was a lot of years of my life, and some very important ones for me musically, and just growing up. So it was a pretty special truck. Those years really were right before I got my record deal. I was doing a lot of writing. I was playing with like a 7-8 piece band down in Texas, getting to open for some national acts, trying to build up my chops. And I drove around just listening to CDs. I had a bunch of CDs that were just like unmarked, and had like the non-skip like CD player when you had to have those in your truck, and I had like the tape deck thing that was like a fake tape that you could play your CDs on. And I just drove around listening to a lot of music, and trying to figure out who I was as an artist, and just I can't even count how many hours I spent in that truck, either writing, listening to songs, putting stuff down. It was actually, the truck was sitting in my parents' backyard. It was starting to get some surface rust on it, and like all the belts and hoses and everything were falling apart. And I could have just let it sit there, but it just meant a lot to me. And the fact that I still had it, how many people actually have an opportunity to take, one of their first vehicles and just completely redo it, how you would if it was just, no options, go do what you want. And I just thought, this is something special. It's something I want to keep. So